Valentine's Day, y'all. Happy Sunday, happy bonus video. So I just wanted to do a fun, old school, like chit chat, get ready with me. We do hair and makeup in this video. I also asked y'all on Instagram a while back for some topics or questions that you had, so we're gonna talk about that too. But I wanted to just give you something to watch on this Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people may be spending it alone, whether that's because you don't have someone to spend it with, or you're in quarantine, lockdown sort of thing, and you can't get somewhere to spend time with a partner, a spouse, friends, family, girlfriends, that sort of thing. And I just wanted to give you something to watch, something to kind of take your mind off of it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. I've already filmed it. I've filmed this part at the end of it. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Good morning. Happy Saturday for me. Happy Valentine's Day for y'all. It is 9:05 a.m. So I figured we would just do a fun chit chat, old school, get ready with me. So I'm going to start with hair. We're going to blow dry it, put it up, makeup, and then I think we're going to straighten it today. I tend to always curl my hair, or mostly curl my hair, and I want to do something different. So we'll straighten it today. I did get, you can't really see them right now, quite a few. I have a hair in my eyeball. Quite a few lighter pieces near like the top of my head, and different places where I would potentially part my hair. I talk about it in this week's vlog that you'll see on Thursday. I also sort of mentioned it yesterday in Style Saturday, where I cut shorts, that I had quite a bit of gray hair. Well, it's funny because I had an appointment already to get a haircut. And so I text my stylist, Kaylee, and I was like, Kaylee, I have gray hair. Because we're on this journey, y'all know this, we're on this journey to, healthier hair, don't color it for as long as possible, all of the above. And so when I text her, I was like, I have gray hair. I'm just putting some of this Kerastase serum in it. I was like, we have to do something. And so she was like, I got you, girl. I can squeeze you in if you come in a little bit earlier, and we can put some color on your hair. And I was like, okay, cool. So when I showed up, she was like, well, what are you thinking? And I was like, I'd rather go lighter than darker, if that's an option. And because it's been a while since I've done anything to my hair, like color wise, my hair is in such good shape. So she was like, yeah, it's fine. So you can't really even, maybe a little bit. We did do I don't know why I'm telling you my whole hair life story. We did do a lot of my natural color all over at my roots. That way, if a blonde piece or whatever missed a gray hair, then my roots are colored matching my natural color. There we go. Now that you get a whole story about my hair that no one cares about, I am going to blow dry with the Dyson. Brian got me the Airwrap set for Christmas. Love it. Absolutely love it. It is ridiculously expensive. If Brian hadn't given it to me, got it for me for Christmas, I wouldn't be buying it. It's so expensive. It's worth it though. But that's you have to have an extra $500. That's a lot of money. So I'm still getting used to a lot of the attachments. So we're going to use the blow dryer today. There's a couple different ones. I'm going to do a full-on review, a proper review, once I really get in the hang of it, because the wands or the attachments to curl are a little bit tricky to get used to, and your hair has to be damp but not wet like this. You know what I mean? It's a little bit tricky. So I'm going to blow dry, put it up. We'll come back and do makeup, and I'll answer some questions. I'm going to tilt you down just a little bit. You're on a very unsteady surface space right now. So if it switches and I'm here 1 second, and then I'm here another second, and then I'm here another second, that's why. Hair is up. let's get into makeup. Now I am extremely, let's just say it this way, I have 0 fake tan on anywhere on my body, which is problematic because I don't really have a foundation light enough. I just went through everything, and this is the one that I would typically wear when I'm my lightest, but I feel like, I don't know why I'm so pale. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the color Golden Beige 368C. I have several of these, just depending on what color I am. This is the foundation I wear in every video, every photo shoot. I wore it every single day on television when I worked in TV. I do like it. I have found that it does separate a little bit on my forehead, but it's less than $5 and it works really nice. So we're just going to attempt it and see what happens. So let's get into some questions. I asked y'all on Instagram, just like, hey, I want to do a fun, like an old school chit chat, get ready with me. Let's chat. And then, you know, get ready. I feel like a lot of people, you know, maybe don't have someone to spend Valentine's Day with, or you're in lockdown quarantine kind of thing and you can't spend time with anyone. And I just wanted to give you something, or I may have said this in the beginning already. I just wanted to give you something fun to watch on Sunday, on Valentine's Day, which is today. I'm just filming this the day before, on Saturday. All right, so first question is, we had quite a few, by the way, so we'll try to get to all of them. What is Cash's adoption story? So I worked at a local TV station here in town, and we used to always get press releases from shelters and stuff in town, like, hey, we're overflow, like, can you please, like, put a word out, like, to the public, hey, we need adoptions, or, you know, we need donations, like that kind of thing. So it was a run-of-the-mill. It came from Baldwin County Animal, gosh, what was it called? I mean, it's still a shelter now, but I forget the exact name of it. It was over in Baldwin County, though. So it came in, and it was a picture, and someone had dumped all these puppies, like, overnight, I think, and they were asking the public for help in either identifying who left the puppies or do you want one kind of thing. And as soon as I saw the picture, I was like, Brian, can you just look at this? So I sent him the picture. I still have the picture of Cash in the bunch. I'll insert it or put it here on the screen. And she was the only tan one. All the other ones were full black. Well, mostly black. And turns out she was the only girl. So I sent it to Brian, and he was like, what are you doing? He was like, yeah, done, let's do it. So I emailed the guy, and I was like, listen, we're going to put a word out saying, hey, there's puppies, we need some information, but I want one. And he was like, not a problem. So we got her. And the rest of the puppies, I want to say they went to somewhere up north where it was really cold. Because we joke about it. He was telling me that somewhere up there, one of the shelters they work with a lot, people were interested in puppies. So that's the story. And that was almost 5 years ago. I'm running into a problem here. Like, look at my chest and my face. I guess we'll do a lot of concealer. At least for my sake, it is like 30 degrees, maybe 40 degrees outside today. So I can wear something relatively high neck. Ma'am, what are you doing? So typically I would go in with the Tarte Shape Tape, but I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and I own it. So I figured we'll start using this one, and I may even like it a little bit better, and it's definitely more affordable. Next question is plus size lingerie sizing, where to find it, also how to take your measurements for lingerie. I have really grown to love Lane Bryant lingerie. I feel like they have such cute stuff, and it's my style. I got a lot of it right when we got married, and I still have all of it to this day. So I would say Lane Bryant is where I like to get stuff from. I mean, I've ordered from like Amazon and stuff before, but the sizing on those is just so inconsistent that, you know, you got to just hope that whatever comes in the mail works and you can make it fit somehow. Measurements for lingerie, because I do use Lane Bryant or Amazon, obviously read the size charts, but I get my regular size. So like at Lane Bryant, I'll get my normal size underwear and bra. Or if it's like a teddy, what do you call this? Like a dress, lacy, dressy type thing. I usually get my normal like 2X, 3X and that as well. So if that helps you, that's what I do. Taking your measurements, I don't know if there's like specific measurements, but I feel like it's just like your bra measurement, like whatever size bra you normally wear, take into account if they have extra padding or whatever in the lingerie. But that's what I do. I just get my normal size. I don't try on lingerie in the store because, I don't know. I feel like if I try it on and don't like it, that's not cool that somebody else is going to buy it and I've like had it all over me. I don't know. That's just me. Organization tips for pantry, closets, office, etc. When you find some, let me know. I like to use totes, like clear totes. I have a lot of those that I organize. Our pantry is organized by food group, but I feel like most people's are. I don't really have any phenomenal organization tips. So yeah, when you find some, please let me know. I just had a sneezing attack. Next question. Places you'd like to travel when outside opens again. I don't know if I want to fly anywhere. I've said this so many times that flying is not my jam. It's just, I don't know why it terrifies me so much. I've never had like a horrible experience on an airplane. I mean, I've been on one with like super bad turbulence. And I was also on a plane by myself one time that we had like engine failure and had to land at a different airport. But I've never had like, I don't know, that turbulence. Or we came home from Atlanta from Jamaica. Yeah, so we fly from Mobile to Atlanta is like 30, 40 minutes tops. And then from there it was like, I think 3.5 hours from Atlanta to Jamaica, which was fine on the way there. And on the way back, well, it wasn't fine. Someone's car alarm's going off. I'll link the vlog down below. But on the way back, we land in Atlanta, and then we get on the plane to fly to Mobile, and we take off, and it was like thunderstorms. But we had to get, you have to get over the thunderstorms. And so as we were taking off, so the plane's like this, and we were like this. Maybe not that dramatic, but we were like this the whole way up, and then turns out we couldn't get over it. So it was pretty bad the whole way. I mean, the flight attendants didn't get up. Like there was no service whatsoever. Everyone stayed seated, seatbelts on. And luckily it was only, like I said, 30 minutes or so, because I don't know if I could have lasted. Well, you know what, I say that. I don't know if I could have lasted much longer. I don't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like I'm on an airplane. I can't go anywhere. But that was pretty rough. And it scared me because Brian obviously was sitting next to me, and he was a flight engineer in the Marines. So he has a lot of experience flying, and to like see him a little bit like, oh gosh, like, I was like, all right, this is bad. So flying is just not my jam. I would rather drive. Okay, the whole point to your question was, where do I want to go? I want to go to a tropical destination. We've been looking at Destin, Navarre Beach. Those places over in Florida are just a couple hours. We're only like an hour from Pensacola, which Pensacola is really pretty. But if you just go a little bit further, you get even clearer beaches and water and stuff. So that's what I want to do. We've also been just talking about doing a staycation. So Brian, taking his vacation maybe in like August and taking a week off, and we just stay home and lay at the pool every day, get, have drinks and grill out and like go do things here in town that we've been wanting to do that we didn't get to do because everything was kind of shut down. So that's my answer to that. Did Brian live in the house before you guys were married? Is this your forever home? So no, I met Brian, he lived somewhere else. And then we've been dating for maybe a year. Yeah, I'd say like a year. And he wanted to buy a house. So he looked at a bunch of houses. We weren't engaged or anything. He looked at a bunch of houses and narrowed it down to a couple that he really liked. And then he let me pick the final one. Who does that? We weren't married. We weren't even engaged. We were dating. We didn't live together at the time. He had his own place. I had my own place. But he was like, listen, I like you. And I want you to live with me. And I want you to like the place that we are going to live. So what do you think? So he brought me to this one. I came home. I did, but I came on my lunch break. So I worked at the TV station not far from here. And I just got done because I was on air for the noon show. So 12 to 1, we did a bunch of segments. So I was on air. And then when that ended, he was like, just meet me over here. I just want to see, you know, what you think kind of thing. And I was like, okay, cool. So I pull up, I park in the front yard, and the realtor, which is a good friend of ours, and she opens the front door and I walk in, and she had set it up so perfect because from the front door, you can see straight through the back door and you can see the pool. So she had the blinds open at that door back there. Y'all know the one where I let cash out all the time. And you could see the pool. And I walked in and I was like, okay, yeah, I like this one. And we ended up later going and eating Mexican food. And Brian was trying to figure out how much he wanted to offer for the house. Put an offer in. It was accepted very quick. And then we moved in. We did technically live together at his old place for like 2 weeks because my lease ended at my apartment. So I think that's what we did. It was something like that because I remember staying with him for a couple weeks before we moved into this place. I love this house. Absolutely love this house. Is it our forever home? I don't know. I mean, it could be. We're not looking at buying a new house. We're not looking at anything like that. You know, it's not even something that we talk about. So this could definitely be where we stay forever. I don't know. We'll see. The only thing is like my filming room, both spare bedrooms, the windows face the street, like the neighborhood. So right now my blinds are open and the whole neighborhood can see that I'm talking to myself while I get ready. Or at least they can see that I'm getting ready. So if we ever did move, I would want to build a house. I want a bunch of land. I mean, like a few acres, and I want more bedrooms because right now we have this room and then Brian has a man cave and then we have our master bedroom. So it's a 3-bedroom house. So we don't really have space for a spare room. So it would be nice if we did. Your best experience as a news reporter and your best experience as a model so far. That's a good one. Okay, so let's do as a model. I really like the destination or like location shoots. So like we did the swim shoot at Lake Martin for Chic Soul late last summer. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was scorching hot that day, but I got the best picture out of it. I'll put it here. It's me like holding the pineapple on my head. Stunning. And just like to meet, so it was me and like the staff models, I guess you would call them at Chic Soul. So Kim, Anna Rachel, and Alexis. And then they also bring in agency models. So those are models who are signed to an agency and they're, you know, a pretty big deal. And it was cool to meet these women who also model for big brands. And I see them like on Walmart's website and Belk and at Goodwill, you know, like on their ads. Like it's just cool to be invited to the table with women who are succeeding so well in the field. And then the Chic Soul staff models, like I mentioned, Kim, Anna Rachel, and Alexis, best girls. I mean, we have such a good time. Like we laugh, have such a good time when I'm with them. So that's probably my most memorable moment as a model. I do model, y'all know, like every week. I do several shoots a month. But those are more traditional, like website pictures. So they need pictures for their website to show a product. So I guess like the location shoots are just more fun because it's more about just having a good time in a really cute outfit. Whereas the ones for the website are stand still, let me fix your collar so we can properly show the colors and what the item looks like. Okay, and then my best experience as a news reporter, I freaking loved covering Mardi Gras. It's like, I love doing fun things. I feel like that's where I excelled. As a general assignment reporter, though, you obviously cover all sorts of things. So I did city council meetings, I did murders, I did, breaking news, bank robberies, like all of those things. But the fun things, I feel like, are just so me. Like, I feel like I just do such a good job at those. And Mardi Gras is so fun. So when you do an event, when you're a live reporter at an event like Mardi Gras, you don't really have a script because you're there to see what's going on and to see what you can find to show the viewers at home. So you may tell the producer, like, hey, here's my toss. And that means that's what the anchor is going to say to toss to you in the field. So it may be like, the condies are rolling right now. We have Taren Reed live. I used my maiden name when I was a reporter. We have Taren Reed live on Dauphin Street. Taren, some pretty crazy costumes out there. And that was a line that I would feed to them ahead of time. Like, hey, I'm going to interview these people live that are wearing these really cool costumes. So then that in turn would lead to the anchor saying, hey, there's some really crazy costumes out there. And then I would say, you know what, you're right. And then you would interview these people. But it's just fun because each live shot you do, and you do several of them during Mardi Gras and parades and stuff, is something different. And you get to meet these people, I have a hair in my nose right there, that are just like living their best life. That was a long-winded answer. I'm sorry, but that's probably the answer. We need to get through some of these questions. I'm almost like, not almost done, but I don't got a long way to go. See, you're falling just a little bit. Have you replaced or surpassed your income, your TV income on YouTube? I feel like the money question is so, like, people are so intrigued by it. I have surpassed my TV income making YouTube videos and modeling. So yes, I make more money doing this than I could have ever imagined making in TV. So yeah, there's the answer to your question. Yes. Have favorite self-care activities. Okay, that's a good one. Face masks. I love to take like a long hot shower. I like a bath. I get bored easy just sitting there. So we're going to go and take a long hot shower, do a hair mask while you're in the shower, and then rinse it out. When you get out, put a face mask on, rub your entire body with lotion. That's my self-care. That's what I enjoy doing. Talk about your reporter life and memorable stories. How did you start out on YouTube? So I'm going to go with, again, memorable stories are the fun live shots and just getting to the fun stuff. Again, I feel like that's where I excel and do a really good job. I mean, you do have to deal with the negative things and people being not nice to you and yelling in your face. And I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you deal with it. And I have to remember that I am present with a camera, and this is the part I hated about it the most, on the worst day of someone's life. And I feel like that's not okay. Like, unless they're willing to talk to me and it's something that they have reached out and said, yes, I want to share my story. But otherwise, that's what I hated the most about it, was this is the worst day of someone's life, and I pop up with a camera. So I'm not saying that it's okay the way I was treated sometimes, because it wasn't, but also I don't think it was okay that I showed up all the time to things like that. And it wasn't my choice. I have an assignment editor or assignment manager, whatever you want to call it, who would tell me what stories to do. Now, if you felt unsafe somewhere, you could absolutely say, I'm not going. But, that's a memorable thing that I don't miss about it. Yeah, I've been on live TV before where someone started yelling in my face, like, out of nowhere. Like, I've done that, and it's not fun, but it is what it is. How did I get started on YouTube? I just started making videos. That's it. I sat in this room and started doing clothing hauls, makeup tutorials. I'm not a makeup artist. Just things that I would normally do to my face. I would show people. I did a couple of hair tutorials. And that's how I got started. Body acceptance and loving what you see in the mirror. This is a hard question to answer because everybody is different when it comes to confidence and accepting your body. And there's different reasons for different people on why you feel like you're held back from having that confidence. So it's not a one size fits all answer. But what helped me was I grew up in a household where talking about someone's body was just not a thing. Like, we didn't talk about size, height, what you were eating. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't something that was brought up. So I think that helped me growing up. Also, I live in the deep South. We have pools and beaches that we visit pretty often because it's warm a good portion of the year. So even as an adult, I'm in a swimsuit a lot. And I think you just get accustomed to wearing it and showing that amount of skin. I think you've got to remember that you only get to do this thing called life once. I know I've said that several times, but it's so true because you're only here one time. And I guarantee you, when it's your time to go, the last thing you're going to think is, I shouldn't have eaten those nachos, or I shouldn't be wearing a sleeveless top. You know what I mean? You're going to be remembering the people you loved and the experiences you had. And don't short yourself. You deserve all those things no matter what size you are and what you look like. Is it hard to ignore harsh or even mean comments? Thanks, you're my favorite. Oh, thank you. Is it hard to ignore? No. Now that I'm a little bit older, I realize that people who take the time to leave negative comments, it really has nothing to do with me. Their comment, their opinion is a reflection of them. It's their opinion. Like, oh, maybe you shouldn't wear that shirt. And my response would be, good thing you're not wearing it. Because if you don't like it, then you wouldn't wear it. But I like it, so I'm wearing it. So that's a reflection of them. It literally has nothing to do with me. Is it hard to ignore? No. I see them. I delete them. I block them. Sometimes I'm like sassy and I respond to them, but it really doesn't do any good. I also feel like working for a little more than a decade in TV, I've seen the comments. Like, before my life on the internet started, this YouTube job started, I got mean comments from working in TV. You can't please everybody. I'll leave it at that. You can't please everybody. I went ahead and put on my eyeliner off camera. I just use a brown shadow and like smudge it in my root. How's your mom doing? Updates, please. My mom is doing phenomenal. Listen, if you think I have a lot of hair, that's where I get it from. She hasn't gotten it cut or anything, styled, anything like that yet, but it looks like a super cute pixie cut. And very, very thick. And she's doing great, by the way. We're actually gonna go to lunch later today. She still does maintenance treatments every 3 weeks, and she'll do those, I think, for another 6 months or so. And they still run tests and all that to make sure that everything is working properly and, her body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. But so far, so good. We've had all good results. So, oh man, I just got mascara up there. So she's doing really good. How do you and your husband keep the love alive? I read this question the other night and I asked Brian his response, and it was highly inappropriate. So I can't include it here. Brian and I have a lot of fun. We do have mundane afternoons and evenings where all we do is play on our phones and, barely speak to each other sometimes. But we really do have such a good time. And he's truly my best friend, which is kind of sappy. But I've never been the type that needed to get married or had to have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? If I had never gotten married in my life, that's fine. It wasn't something that was I have to do. So, and I'm glad I didn't before I met him. But when I met him, he was very into I want to get married one day, kind of thing. And I was like, not a problem. I can do that with you. So we do have a lot of fun together. We do dinner nights a lot at home where we cook and just, you know, not sit in front of the TV and just laugh. We like a lot of the same things, so we do those. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, we do kind of get sucked into the everyday life of work, and it's tiring. You go to work, come home, eat dinner, go to bed. You know, it can be tiring, but I think we just try to make time together and do fun things. And I think it helps that we genuinely love each other. And I've never in my life met anyone like him. Someone who is so like genuinely nice to me, which is sad to say that, and not that I had boyfriends or dated people in the past who were mean. That's not the case. It's just on another level. He's so much more mature and knows what he wants. And I think that's what I like about him so much. There's no question. And he also challenges me a lot. He's not going to just say, you know, if I tell him like, oh, I got into an argument with someone and I said this and they said this, if he thinks I was in the wrong, he's going to be like, why would you say that? Whereas sometimes your partner may just agree with you, like, oh yeah, they shouldn't have said that to you. But he's like very quick to not really put me in my place is the word, but like truly help me to see the bigger picture. So, plus he's really cute. Okay, so I just did my lower lashes and put a little bit of highlight on. We had a catastrophe with you. You fell and knocked everything over, but I think we're good. I think I've managed to get you all back in place. So like I mentioned in the beginning, we're gonna straighten just because I feel like I rarely do that. Also, I don't know where I think I'm going with all this makeup on. I mean, I'm going to lunch with my mom, but I usually probably just wouldn't wear makeup, but that's okay. I am making a charcuterie board tonight, and that like viral TikTok feta and tomato pasta dish that's been going around. Brian and I guess, are celebrating Valentine's Day tonight. I don't know why. I just like cooking and doing fun stuff like that, so we're gonna do it and celebrate tonight. I have to go buy him a gift today. I know it's the day before, but he's so hard to buy for that I literally have no idea. I mean, I have him a card and I'm gonna make the board, but I need to figure out something good to get him. I gotta go to Target, or we'll get back into the questions. I have to go to Target because I bought some powdered donuts for the board, and when I got home, I was like pulling everything out and realized they had already expired like a week before I bought them from Target. So I'm gonna take those back and exchange them. Oh my goodness, are you okay? And exchange them, and I need to figure out what to get him. Do you feel pressure as a model to stay the same size? No. I feel like I have a lot of leeway as a plus size model because, you know, plus size, the places that I model for anyways, can start at like an extra large 1X and go all the way up to a 3X. Some boutiques carry 4 and 5X. So I feel like I don't have pressure to stay the same size because, again, like I can be a wide range. Like there's such a wide range to be plus size. And I am, you know, I do have a personal trainer that comes to the house that I finished week 2 yesterday. So we've done 2 weeks so far. She comes 3 days a week. And my goal, as it always is to just like tone up and be stronger and just a little bit more athletic looking. That's the goal. But I do also recognize that, and this is such a taboo subject that I feel like not a lot of people are, you know, people don't really talk about. But I do feel like I'm going to speak from myself, from my point of view, from my body only, that I am in excellent health. I have no health issues stemming from my weight, but I also recognize that health issues can arise when, okay, we'll say it this way. Health issues can arise for me if I carry around an excess amount of weight for a long time. I do recognize that. So I think I'm on the right track to just, you know, be my best healthy self that I can be. We'll leave it at that. I straighten my hair in sections because I do have relatively thick hair. It's just easier that way. Let's see, next question. We have another one. How's your mama doing? Is she feeling good? Yeah, she's doing great. I appreciate y'all so much. 2020 was horrific, to say the least. And, you know, something happened in my family that we thought would never happen. And by the grace of God, we made it through. And I'm so thankful that I get to spend more time with her. She's doing so good. And I pray that this is no one ever in my family has to deal with that again. You know, it would be nice if no one in the world had to deal with it, because it's a truly heinous disease. And I hate it. I'll say that. I hate it. But she's doing really, really good. And I'm so thankful. And yeah, she's doing good. We're already excited about, you know, this summer rolling around and her getting to like come over and go swimming and bring Gypsy, her little dog, over, play with Cash and go swimming. Because last summer we didn't get to do any of that because she was undergoing chemo and all these treatments that, you know, the best bet for her was not to sit in a body of water, you know what I mean? Just for infection purposes and that sort of thing. Even though it's a chlorine pool and it's clean, you know, still it wasn't advised. So obviously we didn't do that. So she's doing better. And I'm so excited to get to do those things with her this summer. Should we do the middle part? Y'all know everybody's talking about, you know, the side part and skinny jeans show your age. Let's just do it and see what it looks like. You can kind of see the few highlights more. Yeah, like that. All right, another question related to my mom. A favorite memory of you and your mom, somewhere you went or did. This was last Christmas. So not Christmas 2020, but Christmas 2019. Before we found out that she had breast cancer. So she helps me to this day take a lot of pictures and film stuff. You know, like if I want to do like a shoot like somewhere in town, like on location somewhere, then she usually, if she's feeling okay, she'll help me get it done. It's just quicker to have somebody help you versus try to set up a tripod and get your angles. You know, it's just easier. So I was shooting a New Year's Eve, like a party dress lookbook. And so she was helping me. So we shot at different locations. So we would get to a location, shoot pictures and video, and then I would change in the car, and like we were in my car. So she would drive my car to the next location while I was in the back changing. And I wish, y'all, I would have set up a camera just to get her reaction and us just like dying laughing, because my brakes are like super sensitive on my car. And so she would like hit the brakes. I would hit the front. We weren't going fast. Like we were driving around a little park. So we weren't like on a main road going fast, but it was just the funniest thing. And she may have peed her pants. I'll have to ask her if she actually peed her pants. I probably peed my pants. Like oh my gosh, it was so funny. So that was something that I remember. We used to, when my nieces were small, every summer we would take them on a little trip. So we did like Panama City Beach, we did Six Flags, pretty sure we did like Gulf Shores. We did that Johnny's RV place, which was nice. They have a little like mobile home fifth wheel thingy that you can rent if you don't have a like camper to drive and park there. So we've done a lot of stuff like that. But I think that the fun things are probably more recent, where we would, you know, where she helps me do pictures and stuff, because we always like, I use her as the test person. So I'll have her stand in like a spot that I really like, and I'll take a picture of her to see if I actually like it in the real picture, you know? So we always get like funny, silly pictures of her like that because, you know, no one's ever going to see them. So she always makes like funny faces and stuff. So probably those. I'm going to put these earrings in. I've been loving, these are from Target, by the way. It was like a 3-pack of hoops, like 3 different sizes. So I put the larger ones in my first hole and then the smaller ones in my second hole. All right, last question while I put these earrings in. Do you feel pressure to have the latest and greatest big house jewelry and designer bags? I don't have any of those. No. No. I don't feel any pressure. Look how cute that is with the double. To have any of those things. If I were ever to spend a bunch of money at once on something, it would be a new wardrobe. And not even a new wardrobe. I've been trying to figure out what I want my style to be. I've said this several times in videos. And if I were to spend money, it would be to go through my closet, get rid of the things that I don't really want or don't really see myself wearing, and then replace them with the things that I really like. And that may be a little bit pricier items, like better quality things. So that's probably what I would spend my money on. All right, so that's a wrap on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a fantastic Valentine's Day. I hope that I was able to bring you some entertainment for a little while, distract you if things in your life aren't going as you would like them at the moment. Then I hope that I was able to help you a little bit and get your mind off of it. Also, let me know about the middle part. Do we like it? It's kind of not even in the middle, huh? It's a little bit over to the side. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I will link this flannel. It's a men's one from Bass Pro Shops. These earrings, the 3-pack from Target. I will link down below in the description box. Anything else you would like links to, then just hit me up in the comments section. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.